Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions. I take them out of the chat, and then I read on them as best I can. This is never 100% accurate, but it's interesting the insights we can get. It's also a way to kind of look at the news in a way where we're together and we are really able to talk about things and go over it. So it's as much a hangout live stream as it is about the readings, but we're in this together. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's an ongoing thing. If you're watching this on replay, you go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out, and I timestamp them as I go. And if you're ever looking for, did she read on this? Did she read on that? You can always go to the main page of the channel, and there's a search bar. And you can just put in a topic because almost every single live stream is timestamped. So, Revolution Ricky says, and the star of the show, the future star of The Goonies 2, Boo Boo Zen Kitty. Yes. He's asleep, and I put a little towel over him because he likes being in the dark. So he's asleep right here, and I didn't want to bother him, but I did have something I could share. I was making this morning. I was throwing together a few covers to make sure that I have something for the creative sprint covers for the next few days, just to finish out the month. File location, and there we go. And I created this cover for tomorrow's sprint, which I think you might get a kick out of. Turn that off for a second and share this. Share. Here we go. So this is the cover for tomorrow's creative sprints over on the Book Art Media channel. We the kitties. Anyway, I thought you might get a kick out of that. So, all right, close this. There we go. Oh, right. The other thing, I did want to mention, well, I'm going to try to do something with this. The one thing I did want to mention is this evening is our monthly Patreon Tarot Social is this evening at from 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time. We get together once a month, and you've got me to yourself for 2 hours, and I have been curating some tarot humor. So we're gonna be going over that tonight. So links in the description if you're interested in being a patron. But for the long-suffering patrons, thank you. So, okay, and Fran likes the overlay. Oh, good. Thank you, Dr. Nancy, and Kay, and everybody. Okay, great. And lastly, if you see, okay, good, the makeup helped. I've got a tiny little boo-boo right there, which is healing. Good. Put some makeup on it. I fell on the stairs. I slid on the stairs. So while I'm grabbing my cards, which are right here, I did want to mention just in passing that the thing about Ivana, the untimely death of Ivana, I understand that some people may see nefarious things there because, she was married to Donald Trump, who is the walking embodiment of all 7 deadly sins. I do not pick up anything untoward about her death, and I just want to throw that out there. I just don't. I haven't. It's sad. It's unfortunate, but she's been getting more and more frail. She was having trouble getting around toward the end, especially since her husband died. She's been very frail. And everyone who knew her said that she really needed to move somewhere else and get away from those stairs, which were so steep and awful and what have you. There's also a matter of the coffee mug or tea mug, whatever it was, where she had a drink, And they say, well, when she got to the where she fell, the drink didn't splash everywhere. It was just like tipped over at the end. Well, I'm bringing it up because of this and the bruise I had in my hands and all this stuff. Ricky, I'm glad it went well with your sister. Good. As someone who just got new slippers because over time my slippers get looser and looser, and I start sliding on the stairs the last few steps, or going to go up the stairs and it catches my foot and down I go. The chances are she didn't fall from the top. My guess is she fell from, X many steps from the bottom. And that's all it would take, because she had recently been having a lot of trouble getting around, and it was just difficult. And if she was holding a drink, it actually makes even more sense to me that she might have had an instinct, because maybe it was particularly hot or something, where she wouldn't want to spill it, so she would try to keep it upright, which may have meant she was even less likely to catch herself. And so when it finally hit and spilled, she was down. I don't pick up anything nefarious about her passing. I just don't. I haven't. And I guess I get not really frustrated, but I just get a little bit disheartened by the focus on her death, because it to me, now this is just my personal opinion, we don't have, there is so much credible evidence against Donald Trump. So much that if I started right now and I started trying to list it all, I'd be here all day. That we don't need to go looking for stuff. So unless there's some evidence that crops up, I don't think we should mess with that. I think it lessens our credibility on our side. And until there's some evidence, it feels a tiny bit ghoulish to me. So that's all I'm going to say about it. I understand people have questions, but I am focused on Donald Trump going to prison. Please, oh please, for the things that there is credible evidence of in New York, in Georgia, in Washington, D.C., in Scotland, even though I think that investigation didn't go forward. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on the stuff we know. And then when Republicans come to us and they're saying, oh, you've got Trump derangement syndrome, you're making stuff up, we can go, oh, okay, let's start at the top. Let's talk about the valuations, the potential wire fraud, bank fraud, tax fraud. All right, then let's talk about doing his level best to organize and inspire an insurrection. Let's talk about his perfect phone call with Zelensky. Let's talk about his perfect phone call in Georgia. Let's talk about Gaetz. Let's talk about all of them. Let's do that. So I get really frustrated with those people out there who are still walking around. So yeah, we don't need to, Callie, Jason, we don't need to grasp at straws. Yeah, I agree. But anyway, I understand. So anyway, Yes, Mary Huddleston says, with Ivana, I'm more appalled that her children allowed her earthly remains to be so disrespectfully used and her estate to be bilked for money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Amora. Thank you, Flora. Thank you, guys. Okay. But I think we can all agree that Trump is a rotten human being who should absolutely be in prison. Oh, I forgot Mar-a-Lago and the classified materials. Wow. New York, Washington, D.C., Georgia, and Florida. It's true what Joyce Vance said. Anywhere Trump goes, he turns into a crime scene. Absolutely true. Holly in France says, I saw an estimate of the number of years his prison sentence. Number of years of his prison sentence based on the potential crimes. More than 2,000 years. Yes. Yes. Oh. Yes, Kathy Oden says so much grift. It's hard to keep track of it all. All right. So let me close that and where are the questions? Huh. I had them. I think I accidentally closed them. Yes. So I was able to open them back up. All right. I have many questions from you guys. We have questions. Let's look at the questions. Okay, let go. Let go, let go. You go here. You go over here. Sorry, I'm moving windows. Moving. Come on. Work with me. There we go. Ha. Now we're cooking with gas. No, put that there. And we make this. Okay. And now we're cooking. Now we're going. Okay. Karen Conroy says 2,000 years feels like how long we've been waiting to see his purple walk. Yes. Mary Huddleston says Junior posted a disgusting photo on Instagram. Is this real? With a black out over his father's grossness saying, redact this. The entire family is so messed up. Oh. Oh. Yuck. No. 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 Nay. Nay. Mm-mm. The thought of posting something like that about my. Oh, Sarah just sent me a message saying that's true. The thought of me doing something like that with my own father. Oh, oh, duh, you there? Blah. No. Blah. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, Rubia says, I can't unsee that. I know, and we haven't even actually literally seen it, or I haven't literally seen it. I don't want to. Let's not do that. Whew. All right. All right. Amora says 45 was clothed in his golf garb, but it was still a gross picture nonetheless. Oh yeah, even completely dressed. That's just. All right. Sarah also just sent me a message saying I didn't share it with you as a testament to our friendship. You're a good friend, Sarah. Okay. Kash Patel. Kash with a K. Kash Patel is an American attorney and former government official, served as chief of staff to the acting Secretary of Defense under Trump. He also worked at the UN Security Council and U.S. House of Representatives, was previously a federal public defender, federal prosecutor working on national security cases, and legal liaison to the U.S. Armed Forces. He is a Republican, you don't say. He also has one of the single worst government photos I've ever seen. This is very unfortunate. And considering what he was up to, shall we share in his unfortunate photographic moment, because we've all had them. Share screen, Chrome tab, Kash Patel. Oh yeah. Bless. Oh, bless. That's, oh, bless. Okay. So, Kash Patel. Kash Patel rages over being named in the Trump affidavit. While Kash Patel fumed over his name not being covered up, Trump expressed frustration over too many redactions. In May, former Trump administration official Kash Patel, as part of a lengthy scuffle with the National Archives, asserted that documents stored at Mar-a-Lago marked as classified had in fact been declassified, with Donald Trump, who just came and just waved his magic wand. Please. Anyway. So, this is like 16 minutes in. Kash Patel is having a super meltdown after being named in the Mar-a-Lago affidavits. In the midst of his tantrum, will he turn on Trump to try to save his own hide? I mean, there are some bad photos of me. Absolutely. But in this case, I feel justified in a little tiny little snicker. Kash Patel, so are you going to stick with Trump, or are you going to flip on him to save yourself? His energy does have a definite flavor of mercenary. Death Guard. He will protect himself. Depending on what happens, he will protect himself. Now, if they bring some kind of big charges against him, I'm getting mercenary. Four of Cups. So not working with the archives. Judgment. Ace of Pentacles. Here's the thing you said wasn't there. Eight of Pentacles, High Priestess. Working about the secrets. He's going to keep tap dancing. He's just going to keep working. Justification for the secrets. Kash Patel. The plan. Also his legal advice. Oh. To the Emperor. You know what card is underneath these two? 10 legal swords and a metaphorical back. That's what's underneath that. Anyway, 3 cards for the reading. Tower. 6 of Wands, 2 of Swords. Bad decisions. Trump thinking he could keep whatever he wanted, but this is not something you should be doing. But Trump does whatever he wants. No, bad decision. Very bad decision. Kash Patel, are you going to be looking at legal problems of your very own? You get a subpoena, and you get a subpoena, and you get an indictment, and you get an indictment, and you get an indictment. Oh, did he write that children's book? The Wronged King? Was that him? And Hillary's the evil queen or something? Oh no, Ricky, that isn't the 2000 Mules guy. That is 2000 Mules is, the name will come to me. Dinesh D'Souza? Does that make sense? Does that sound right? Hello, lucky girl. Oh, there's so much. Oh, he is totally down in, totally down with Trump world and what Trump wants. King of Pentacles. Oh, he will lie through his teeth, no question. But his lies don't work. I'm getting him walking into a thicket. I'm getting a mental image of him starting to wade, or rather wading through. Do you brambles? Brambles, like blackberries, where you get these thick, like chest high, thick, spiky. That's what it feels like he's wading through. So, thank you, lucky girl. Kathy Odenson's wondering what flavor of Kool-Aid they drank. I'm guessing orange. Rancid orange. Okay. Yeah. Thorn patch. It's a good way to put it. Man, thank you. Yeah, you're in. Yeah, he's walking into, and everything's in a catch on his clothes and everything, and yeah, he's not in. It's not good. Okay, Glenn had a question at 2230. 2230. Will the reintroduction of the Mueller Report into the mix of evidence against 45 bring to light involvement of Russia and Putin in the 2016 election? Will more cultists be enlightened? You okay? Just his little towel. Oh, the kitty. There you go. Make sure the kitty's okay. Al says the roses remind me how those thorns hurt. Yeah, that was not my intent, but I understand. Oh, kitty. You all right? Just lie down. Just lie down. Make yourself comfortable. I'll cover you up. I have to make sure the kitty's okay. All right, he's gonna wash his face. So. Mueller Report. Hello, Mueller Report. Empress says hello, Boo Boos and Kitty. Mueller Report. Page of Wands, the messenger. And wasn't it quite the message? All right. Magician. 3 of Wands. 10 of Swords, Emperor, Sun. Bringing a lot to light. Oh, the Mueller Report's coming back. That's Mueller. This is looking at what Trump did. What you do will come back. 10 legal swords in the back of the quote-unquote the would-be emperor. And it all coming to light. Mueller Report's coming back. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Now you're all covered. Oh, she's a good kid. Yes. Yes, there's a good boy. All right. Yep. All right. Will the at 25:30 will the Mueller Report, what happened there? Yes, will the Mueller Report one or more cultists be enlightened when the Mueller Report is revisited? No. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Knight of Cups. Well, right now they're convinced it's all Democratic propaganda. No, they have not, Ricky. They've not released the unredacted version of the Mueller Report, and there are some parts of it that probably should stay redacted, just for sources and methods. But there's a whole lot of it that was redacted that shouldn't have been. Thank you, William Barr. Moon. 10 of Wands. 10 of Swords. Knight of Wands. Sun. Legally, it's going to be ugly, but they have sucked down that. You know what flavor it is? It's because of the January 6th insurrection. You know what flavor of Kool-Aid Donald Trump gives everyone? Blood orange. Blood orange Kool-Aid. There's so much out of the chaos Trump created and the obstruction of justice and all just, but his fault, they're not going to listen. Sarah suggests traitor aid. That's a good option too. Thank you, Kathy. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, don't expect much from the MAGites. Yeah, I don't like that other term. Whatever. Yeah, you go ahead and use it. I mean, like, I'm not trying to stop anyone from going. Go ahead and use it. Like, it's up to me. I don't mind if other people use it. It's just I'd rather just not go there. But that's just me. 28, 45, 28, 45. Okay. The FBI is investigating a 33-year-old Russian-speaking immigrant posing as Anna de Rothschild, a member of the European banking dynasty who infiltrated Mar-a-Lago and Trump's entourage. Was she his handler for Putin? How about, did she have some bigger purpose or goal other than just hobnobbing with the rich and famous and being important and being surrounded by luxury? And these people better not give the name Anna a bad connotation, because that was my grandmother's name. Bless her. Born on the 4th of July. Sweetheart. Wish I could give her a hug right now. Anyway, pat, pat, pat. When she hugged you, she'd always pat. All right. Anna de Rothschild. Mm-hmm. She's not. No. She was a scam. I'm sorry. I should have made that clearer. It was absolutely a scam. that she just swanned in there multiple times. She didn't just meet them once. Judgment. Well, she's in trouble now. Apparently she's in the Miami area, and the scam is ongoing. Yes, Tiffany Lily grandma hugs. Yes, sweetheart. All right, Sun. Strength. Justice. 4 of Cups. 2 of... Nah. This is a confidence man, con artist. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole con artist didn't it originate with the term a confidence man who would do things like this, or like in the movie Catch Me If You Can, where you just have the confidence to just walk in and act like you belong there until most people are like, oh, okay. If you do something with enough, yeah, what's the problem? And you don't back down from that I belong here, this is my thing. It's amazing what you can get away with, apparently, to a point. Till it all goes wrong. And she's got some trouble ahead of her, but I'm getting her being in legal trouble. I'm not getting nefarious. She's just a con artist. Holly and Friend says yes. Okay. Heather Formosa is saying she's also being investigated by Quebec Provincial Police. That makes sense. Kathy Delisle, the talented Ms. de Rothschild. Mm-hmm. Yes, Peg Sanders. Gold toilets aren't a luxury. Boo-Boo Zen Kitty and his furry purry kin are luxury. Yes, the best kind. The Volca, yes, the story behind the Great Gatsby. Yeah. Okay. There's a question here about Trump and DeSantis. 3245. Let's have a look. 3245. We understand you are a lion surrounded by hyenas. Alex Jones. Have you heard? You know how Alex Jones came out in support of DeSantis instead of Trump? Oh my gosh, have you watched his mea culpa? His no. You know, I'm your biggest fan, Mr. Trump. I'm your, it is the most rear end kissing wow thing you've ever heard. If you haven't heard Alex Jones trying to deal with the blowback after he came out for DeSantis over Trump, and now he's trying to win Trump back and the Trump supporters, it was the most pathetic thing. GM Davis is sucking. It definitely sucked. Oh my God. I'm tempted to show you some, but I won't because but if you get a chance, it's just wow. You really are you really have that little pride, huh? Okay. So Alex Jones is belly crawling back to Trump after backing DeSantis. Will he be able to publicly debase himself enough for Trump's ego to allow him back into the fold? Yes. Just not even a reading, just logically. I'll ask the cards, but logically, yes. Because Alex Jones has a following. And as long as people come back around to kissing the ring and the rear end, they're allowed. Sarah is saying the video's in the link with this question. Oh. Whoa. Thank you. Patricia saying crawling back on the Titanic. Yeah, the Trump-tanic. Come on back in. Got a deck chair for you. Oh, okay. Come on, work with me here. Dun, dun, dun. Alex Jones. You cretin. I cannot, I said my piece, but I just cannot get over how much of a suck up that video is. I mean, it's staggering. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. 8 of Cups, Knight of Cups, Magician, Page of Cups. Well, Alex Jones finally remembered who he's supposed to be hating. And it's Democrats. And hating Democrats is what his millions upon millions is based on. Selling dangerous garbage. I'm sorry, colloidal silver is not something you should be ingesting without some doctor somewhere actually having some reason to give it to you. I can't imagine what, but I'm not a doctor. But if you're a doctor, if a very credible doctor has not told you to do that, don't take silver unless you want to look like a Smurf. Have you guys seen the people who take a lot of that stuff? It is scary what happens to them, what they look like. All right, Alex Jones. Oh, he cannot afford to alienate any part of his viewers right now, considering how much money he owes, how much money he's going to owe. 3 of Swords. Legally, multiple cases where he's in big trouble. Yeah, these poor parents with their poor kids, and you stood there like a blankety blank. It's just more of the same. Flower Power says, sorry, I take it and I am not blue. Well, if you have good reason to take it, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about it. I just said if you've got reason to be taking it. But Alex Jones selling it to everyone and sundry, and pills to increase your virility, and with all of this with no medical backing, that's something completely different. Anne says, I forgot about the snake oil sales. Yeah. They're like I said, if you have a doctor saying, go ahead, don't let me get your way. Of course not, but no. If Alex Jones is selling it, don't buy it. Don't buy anything from Alex Jones. Just don't. All right, 3845. Amora is asking, will the Dominion lawsuit take down Fox News, Hannity, Carson, Ingraham, etc.? Make sure that isn't an English name, Ingraham, because it's spelled Ingraham, and the English love that. There's an old joke, and actually it's probably based on something that actually happened. A couple of Australians were in England, went to England, and they were trying to work out a map, and they stopped and they asked an English person and said, excuse me, try and find Luga Baruga. Where? Luga Baruga. And they showed it to him. English person looked, went, that's Loughborough. Yeah. Oh. Dominion. And not the DS9, Deep Space Nine, DS9 Star Trek series. Dominion. Are you going to be able to take down Fox News? Oh gosh. Fox News, Hannity, Carson, and well, all right, that's kind of 4. Let's have a look. Dominion. Be able to take down Fox News, Carlson, Hannity, Ingraham. Patricia says they're hoping for a settlement, but Dominion can smell blood in the water. Oh, yeah. Knight of Cups. They are coming for you. Fox News. Queen of Wands. 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. There's a lot of evidence that the whole group of them at Fox News could be out of a lot of money. A lot of money. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Carlson. 3 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Magician. I never get anything bad happening to Carlson. I get he's got, if it was bad enough, he'd just pay the money and keep going. And I agree. I hope it shuts them up. But is there evidence that of what Carlson did? Yes. Is he just going to keep on doing what he's doing, whatever he wants, whenever he wants? Yes. He just has enough money that. All right, Hannity. Queen of Pentacles. Well, he was closer to Trump. Trump was calling him all the time. 5 of Cups, Death card. This is disappointment. Death. What does this Death card mean? I'll look at that in a second. Ingraham. 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups, Fool. That's not heinous. That's definitely something. Do not underestimate. But this isn't dire for her. There's somehow there's more evidence from Carlson, or his effect was more, something like that. But what's going on with Hannity? What's this? Oh, Hannity. Sorry. Kathy Odinson says, so you're saying this could become the Dominion News Network? Hannity. Dominion. He's one of the many over there who are doing all that garbage. 4 of Swords, Page of Swords, Refusal. There's more. There's. I don't think it's about this. We'll have to read on Hannity. I've got like 14 questions for today, but we'll have to read on Hannity. There's something that I was getting in the last reading, but it's not this. He'll just be. They'll work something out. Kathy Delisle says his phone is in the hands of the January 6th committee. Ah, that might explain it, because it was something else. Whew. All right. Hang on a second. Some air. Oh, come on, work with me here. Okay. Whew, that's better. All right, so we're going to go on to the next question. Another question from Amora. I think I've probably covered this, but I don't remember exactly. So let's do this in case I missed something. And you know, the energy, we're in a sea of energy, and the flow of it can shift. The universe is very complicated. Yes, we have free will, but also all of time is instantaneous. So wrap your head around that. Your future lives, you've already had them. Your past lives, you've already had them. Your whole life, you've already, Einstein knew that. He's the one who proved that. So, but we still have free will. So it's very complicated. And yes, time is fluid. Exactly. All right. So at 47:30. 47:30. Oh, did Trump actually sell U.S. secrets to foreign powers? There was an article this morning on. There was an article this morning about how Trump saw his access to classified materials as being like a shiny new toy that made him look good. So he'd like show it off every chance he got. And it's like, that's secret. That's kind of the point. Matter of fact, I just got Chariot and the Death Card when I cut the deck. But did Trump actually sell U.S. secrets to foreign powers? And anyone who thinks he's not capable of it, may I remind you of the perfect phone call to Zelensky. You can have this stuff if you open this investigation that I want done. Four of Pentacles. He is so desperate for money. I cannot even express to you how desperate for money he is. Wheel of Fortune. World. Hermit. Temperance. Four of Cups. He had access to them, but he left the presidency. They were sitting in a box. He wouldn't return them. Is there an and? Because I'm not ending with cards of, he's going to be fine. Semper says, wow, that's a lot of major arcana. Exactly. Strength. Our strength. This is the U.S. strength. This isn't his. Matter of fact, I'm feeling about the energy of him using this, because it's like, that's not yours. That's not yours. That is not yours to take. That's not yours to use. No. King of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. He thought he would get away with it. Everything was quiet. Shopping, moving money around, moving favors around. Cindy Miller says, wow, Major Arcana, almost a flush. And that is definitely a word we associate with Trump. King of Swords. That's a prosecutor. King of Wands, Trump the man. Ace of Cups, very emotional. And there is all of the evidence laid out. It's both sad for the country, but also good that we'll have an American president held accountable. Precedent set that no one is above the law means no one is above the law, which is how it should be. Yeah, you're Trump. Extremely emotional. It's all laid out. Prosecutor. Terrence says, I often think 45 sold his soul to the devil. Might explain how he always seems to get away scot-free. You can't. You can't sell your soul to the devil. There's no way. There's no way. There might be some astral gunk out there if you have certain, like, if you've got tears in your aura or something, you've had enough bad things happen to you. Maybe there's some astral gunk out there who tries to pretend to be the devil, but no. You can't sell your soul. Can't get there from here. All right. Um, 5230. Rhonda has a question. 5230. Do the MAGAs really believe Trump is their messiah? Oh, and if anyone is questioning, that's ridiculous. Images. Here we go. Brand. Turn that down. Share screen. Yeah. Trump crossing the environmentally destroyed Washington, D.C. and polluted river. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate, actually. Yeah, John Wayne and Jesus. Is that a crack in the earth? Jeez. Oh, the previous year. Okay. Oh, and there's his signature, which is the electrocardiogram of the heart attack he's given to everyone in the country. Oh, yeah, here we go. Fear not, for I am with you. Yes, Trump walking on the water, pulling pulling liberty out of the. Fear not, for I am with you. Yeah, a legacy of hope. Prayer. Okay, anybody really think that Trump prays? Seriously? Oh gosh, I forgot. I keep forgetting he actually thinks that's what he ever looked like. I think that's probably more accurate. I am the chosen one. Don't forget that. Okay, and we're done there. So, do MAGAs really believe Trump is their messiah? Here's the question. Oh, Story Gold, this is recorded. You can always go back. Starting at 52 minutes, 30 seconds. No worries. Glad you're here, Stay Gold. And sorry if I've messed up your lunch. Oh, boy. I'm getting a yes. Not all, of course. I mean, but Jordan fingering the pulse of America. What is Kepler? No. What's the guy's name? Where he goes and he talks to people at the rallies. Oh, Stay Gold. I'm so glad you're here. That's a decision. That's a very human level, not really spiritual decision. That's just a decision. Sergio is asking, doesn't Christianity warn us of false prophets? Why, yes, it does. 8 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, Empress, Page of Cups. It's a very bankrupt spiritual practice. The more cruelty, the more xenophobia, the more authoritarian, the happier it makes them. It's a very bankrupt view. And the reality is that's America, and this is where America is actually going. It's not their bankrupt philosophy. It is a democratic, better union as time goes on. As difficult as things are, it's a better union. So yeah, and well done holding the Bible upside down. You guys remember him actually, he actually said, I am the chosen one. He actually said that. And as he said it, he just kind of looked up a little. I'm the chosen one. Jolie S. says calling it a spiritual practice is being generous. Well, being generous is a spiritual practice, and he knows nothing of that. Anyway, 59 and a bit. Tiffany had a question. Michigan governor. Okay, at 59:15. Will Tudor Dixon win the Michigan governor's seat? Let me have a look here. I have started the maps I'm going to need to start really covering the midterm elections in depth. I'm not there yet. So Whitmer and Dixon are at odds on when to have the first debate for the governor's race. Oh my gosh. Oh, vile. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, yuck. Share screen news. Tudor Dixon is a businesswoman, breast cancer survivor, and working mom of 4 girls. She built a career in Michigan's steel industry, blah, 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 blah. Whitmer's leading Dixon by double digits for the governor at the moment. Whitmer leads an early race. She's 45 years old. She is a Taurus. She is Republican. And how's that for a title? Yeah. So she is delusional, sick, and cruel. Okay. Yeah. Delusional, sick, and cruel. Tudor Dixon. How are you going to do in Michigan? Alas, or actually quite pleased, I'm in Illinois, so I can't vote. I can't vote for that, but all Michigan people, please go out and vote. That's sick. Shay Kitty says Gretchen gets my vote. Ugh. Tudor Dixon. Hanged Man. Nine of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Lovers, Emperor. She's not going to, as soon as I started pulling cards, basically I was hearing that the whole, they're trying to work out a time to do the debate. She's not going to do well in that. She's going to show her full authoritarian. She thinks she's sitting pretty now, and all of her friends and the people she knows, they're all of the same way of thinking. Her thinking has not been challenged in life. And she will not help the people of Michigan if she comes. No. This is authoritarian cruelty. Oh, yeah. Linda Kingsley says that Michigan GOP woman is a sick person. What I'm getting is you'd best make sure she does not get into power. Michigan will get ugly. Living in Michigan, it will get ugly really, really fast. Please tell me that this person is just going to sink back into the woodwork and we're never going to have to hear about her again. Yes, all of your far-right cruel policies. Got it. Full temperance judgment. Good. That's her. And the voters and people in general, we want less extremism. And this stuff she's spouting, all this far-right stuff, a number of them are spouting, it's not going to age well. No. Yes, Hilda Flores. Go Gretchen Whitmer. I'm with you. Okay. 105. Electra Storm had a question. 105. Will the FBI catch the person who keeps putting bomb threats to HBCUs, especially Howard University, the vice president's old school, posting bomb threats? Do not swat Marjorie Trader Green, no matter how awful she is. Do not send bomb threats anywhere. if you do so, you are an idiot. And you are not helping anybody. How are they going to catch? And you would think with modern day technology that if you make a phone call, they will know where you are. Six of Cups, just going about their lives. Empress, Three of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles. It's just a jerk. It's just a jerk lying. They'll get him. Yeah, they'll get him. I don't think Marjorie Trader Green called it in for attention. I really don't. I think she's made enough people angry, but you're just buying into, you're just giving her fuel for her book burning fire. Yeah. Don't steal the stupid signs outside of her office. Do not swat her. Do not dox her. Now, if you want to take some time and energy and some money and you want to put actual things she said, actual quotes up on billboards in areas where people would be voting for her, please do. We do not need to make stuff up or do anything illegal or to take these people down, to get them out of our culture, to rather to take their power away in our culture. We just need to say, this person right here, this is what this person has said, this is what person stands for, this is. And when they start arresting people, when the DOJ starts arresting people, by the way, you know my goofy glasses that I wore at during my staycation? I got one for a big day in Trump world. It's just waiting over there. Okay. I also got some Halloween ones, but anyway. This morning I was trying on part of my Halloween costume. First part anyway. Gonna take me a while to work it all out, but anyway. All right, next question. At 108.30. 8:30. There's a vast amount of moderate Republicans and independents. There are a vast amount of moderate Republicans and independents who have supported the party since Roe's inception in 1973 on behalf of saving children. Since Roe has been stricken, more science and data have become common knowledge of why women get these procedures to begin with, how the far right the party has swung. Many analysts say the party is done and these voters will swing back left. Is it true? Well, we've seen in Kansas already that this kind of extremism isn't going well. It isn't sitting well. And surprisingly, it's really not sitting well with people who identify as dads. Six of Cups. People just want to get through their lives. Five of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Chariot, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. I hate to say it, but a lot of these people, they will vote on whoever they think is going to give them the most money. These are not ideological people. The people who might swing away from the Republicans, they're not. Issues, it's how much money do I have? How much money am I going to make? They don't think about voting the way we do. Because, well, most of the people, not all, but most of the people here think about voting as we are part of a community. We are a part of civilization, and we need to act like it. And we all benefit when there is both, when there is a middle of the road where the poorest are taken care of, where the richest pay their fair share, not communism, not anything ridiculous or authoritarian, but giving people rights, giving people opportunities. Yeah, and the right freaking out over some of the student debt being forgiven. It's going to raise your taxes. No, it's not. No, it's really not. Okay. Federal loans. Yeah. Anyway, they're all about the money. If inflation improves, if they feel like they're doing well financially, that's where they'll vote. So, all right, so what else have we got? At 113 and a bit, going after Gaetz. I'm in for this question, 113, 15. Quote, if you're going after a monster, you have to get it right, especially when you have a bunch of Trump supporters who'll come after you. Unquote. 8 different sources are claiming the FBI is nowhere near done with Matt Gaetz. That's vague. Is an indictment coming before the midterms? Yes, please. I don't even know what else to say about Gaetz. Haven't I said it all? He's vile. He's a hedonistic, spoiled, self-centered. Oh, was it Vanity Fair recently was talking about Junior? And it's excuse me for using a rude expression, but I'm tempted to use this forever about Junior. Don Jr. Where this man who was born into money, ill-gotten gains, allegedly, but money, had everything paid for him, has never worked for anyone but Trump himself, his family, pretty much, and he's now complaining about the people who've had their parts of their student loans forgiven. Really? And who paid for your education? I'm listening. Vanity Fair said in the title of the article, Don Jr., who was born with a silver spoon in his ass. I'm sorry. It's rude. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to Gaetz. Gaetz. Oh, I made Hilda laugh. Good. Oh, and M. Kelpie. Good. Four of Wands. Gaetz, yes. Mar-a-Lago, the whole Florida. I mean, he's in the Panhandle, but still, the whole Florida Trumpish garbage. Chariots. Really? Chariots. 7 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Knight of Swords. The Sun. You are in so much trouble. Whoo, you are in trouble. Big time trouble about all of your lies. This is legal worry, sleepless nights, aggressive law enforcement, everything coming to light, but also a youngster. Doesn't have to be like young. Could be 17. You are in so much trouble. Oh, yeah. Anne says, Gaetz is the representative for the Panhandle. Gaetz makes the joke so easy. Geez, that makes the joke so easy. Yeah. I'm glad I can make you guys laugh. Just sharing that from Vanity Fair. All right. Anything else about Gaetz? Tower. Still reading on Gaetz. Now I'm getting a tower. Death card. 7 of Cups again. Going to prison card. His cards are terrible. It's hard to believe. He's been swanning around for so long. It's easy to feel like he's never going to be held accountable, but the cards are saying something very different. So, bring it. I will go live. We'll watch it together. Speaking of Junior complaining about the student loan forgiveness, at 119 and a bit. Okay. GOP lawmakers complained about student loan forgiveness, but Biden pointed out their PPP loans were forgiven and that they're a bunch of hypocrites. Yes, thank you, Uncle Joe. Marjorie Taylor Greene responded by telling Biden to go to hell. Add that Junior is having a complete meltdown when his own schooling was paid for by his father. And it's time to grab tea and watch the GOP devolve. Will the tantrums end soon? Well, what else are they going to talk about? I mean, seriously. Bridges are being rebuilt. They talk about inflation. They're making stuff up about the border. Unemployment is low. More people are working. What are they going to talk about? Well, the tantrums over the student loan partial forgiveness and anytime soon. Okay, my arm itches. I don't know if that means anything. Right there. Okay. Knight of Cups, helping people. That's what government's for. It's for helping people. And how many permanent tax breaks do they give to big corporations? Yeah. 5 of Pentacles, people who are poor and struggling. Hanged Man. King of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Star. They have nothing else to talk about. They just, and they'll just keep talking like this until something else happens. But right now, I mean, the elephant in the room is Trump. And the massively sensitive, secret material he just wandered out of the White House with. Change the subject. They're beating on people's sense of fairness. I mean, they've done studies, and apparently even the smallest children understand. They have some idea of fairness even before they have somebody's getting something I'm not. They understand these kinds of things from tiny children. We're hardwired for that, and that's what these people on the right. That's what they're beating on. Somebody's getting something you're not. Somebody's getting something you're not. It's like, yeah, the corporations, yeah, the tax cuts for individuals that you put in, those have expired. But the corporation ones, they're still there. And you took out your all these PPP loans, and those were forgiven. So I don't want to hear it. 6 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. They're just, okay, it's not going to have that big of an effect. Right now, they're just talking to their own people. Oh, it's the end. It's the end. The country's teetering on. They're just going, okay, are they paying attention? Are they paying attention? Sit down. GOP sits down. Have several seats. All right, a reading for us. I feel like I need a message for us. 124. Message for us. All right. Shay Kitty says, do they really believe Republicans don't have student debt? Yeah, there's that too, but they're conveniently forgetting that part. Message for us. And if I could give you a hug, I would. A message for us. Assuming you wanted one. Five of Cups. We're still frustrated, but my goodness, there's some good stuff still standing. And there's the bridge that will take us into the future. Good stuff. It's still standing. Page of Swords. 9 of Wands. 4 of Swords. Two of Wands, Devil. Communication. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. And Trump's still swanning around. We're feeling beaten up. We're waiting for some kind of legal stuff to go forward. But this right here, this is just relax. Just relax. The government, the DOJ, they have what they need. They absolutely have what they need. One of the biggest security breaches in U.S. history. And they have what they need to prove it. So, one thing I've been doing, I'll just share this. I was going to say, have a bowl, a snack, have a drink. One of the things I've been doing recently is in the evenings, I've been taking 2 small apples. I've been chopping them up, and I've been putting them in a bowl, chopped apple in a bowl, and I've been sprinkling it liberally with pumpkin pie spice, and then mixing that up and sticking it in the microwave for a minute. I find it's very yummy and very warming and comforting without a bazillion calories. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I know many of you have done that or thought of it. Usually I used to just put cinnamon, but I tried pumpkin pie spice. It's good. Anyway, just sharing. All right. Will they use it, Patricia? I believe so. All right. So that's going to do it for me for today, but thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate all you guys being here and all the ways you've helped me. Thank you. I don't like pumpkin pie spice like drinks and things like that. I don't know why. It doesn't agree with me. But apples I do like. And suggesting adding raisins. Good idea. Thank you, Moxie. So this evening on Patreon is our monthly tarot social. You are, of course, that will be starting from 8. It'll be from 8 to 10 this evening Central Time. And I've been, as I said at the beginning, I've been curating been finding some tarot humor. I've been gathering, so we're going to go over that. And links in the description if you're interested. And other than that, it's 1:45 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel to do creative sprints. You're always welcome. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow because I am here 365 days of the year. I just keep showing up. And we're going to get through this. We are in this together. You are not alone. And there are good days ahead. All right, so hang in there. And I will see you later.